Hello everybody, my name's Akipa and welcome back to episode 2 of Banished. As you can see, our people are hard at work building ourselves a bridge to the other side of this island here, so we can get ourselves a nice gatherer. There we go, and some wood choppers as well to keep our supplies and resources high. Someone's already trying out the bridge. Not sure where he's going. Should we follow him? Oh, he's just idling. He's just wandering around, having a little look. So, as you can see, it says the reserve of food is low. We're going to get straight into it. There's no time to mess around. We're going to get a gatherer's hut. And I'm going to try and put it in line with this here. In fact, actually, we could. Probably there would be a good place because you get a lot of coverage. So, I'm going to put it right here. And we can just about see where that is, can we, or have I lost it? Yeah, it's right there. So this means I'm going to, I can't tell, okay, so that's it, there, till there. So you can sort of see roughly whereabouts this building's going to be. You see our labourers here, bringing over the resources, ready to build it. Check the game speed. We're on 2 times, that's alright. And they're also going to clear the space so there's actually room to put the building in place, which means we're going to get a few more resources straight from that. So here you can see everyone's bringing it over. The children are going to have a little look, see what's going on. And of course our fishermen, hard at work. Currently got 696, although we've only got 96 stored food left. You'll see here this icon means that we currently have at least 200, which is the limit I set here, firewood in stock. And so the woodcutter who's been assigned is not going to just idle and wander around. They are actually going to work as a labourer and do the labourer's duties while there is no requirement for more firewood to be produced. So that means that our logs will go up as well, and as soon as people use the firewood and the amount of stored goes down below 200, the woodcutter will go back into go mode, I guess, and start producing more. Let's check on the build progress. We're still clearing the area. I am going to speed up just to 5 times just to sort of show, oh, it's here, just so I can get an idea of roughly where it's going to look, and hopefully they will gather some more berries and roots and things and mushrooms for us to eat, so that we don't have this low reserve keep hitting our people. I think I'm going to have to chop more wood, so we might as well just get this little bit here. This is where the road's going to go, and so I'm going to actually ask them to remove the resources there, so we have a clear path to our buildings that are going to be out here. And if we get a woodcutter in here, that means that they'll be replenished anyway, because they do plant trees as well as chopping them down. And it means we can have a nice clear path and be able to get our road in as well. And I think it will look quite nice, and that's the main purpose for doing anything really. So you see that? That is blocking our path, our nice straight path. So someone has got to come along and pick that up. And then I'm hoping it's going to be, there we go, look at that. Just like that. And then we're going to assign ourselves 2 gatherers. Who are going to gather some more food for our people. And turn the speed back down as well. But things like these mushrooms here, and little berries and seeds like this, these people will gather in and put here in the gatherer's hut, and our labourers will then move them to the storage barn over here. It's snowed and it looks really nice. This is our little village here. I wonder if I can, this is probably the best I can get for like screenshots and stuff. So if I were to like take a screenshot there, I believe I can do it with fraps. Just like that, and you didn't even notice. So how magic's that? I can You can get some good thumbnails in there as well, which is always nice. So, everybody is housed. We're going to work on the food situation a little bit more before we start thinking of making more houses, which will encourage our population to grow. So over here, see what we've gathered: some berries, some roots and mushrooms, and this is going to be helping our stored food go up so our people don't starve to death, which is always good, isn't it? While people are still out here, we're going to also get a hunting cabin set up on the other side of the road here. This covers a bit of a wider area actually, so maybe here might not be the best place for it. Maybe next to it would be better, although we can't because of one reason or another. Apparently maybe the incline is too steep or something like that, I'm not sure. But I think we can afford to stop that tiny amount there. Just, I'm pointing with my hand. Basically this area here where the circle is off. But I'm going to place it there anyway. And that'll mean that people will start hunting these deer you can see in the trees. And getting some, I believe some hide as well, or leather of some sort that we can use to make some coats. Because our hide coat supply will be going low. You can see the state of people's clothing. It's fair at the minute, and they have iron tools. We're going to soon start needing to create a blacksmith and a tailor so we can start looking after our people a bit better. So let's go to town services. No, resource production. So the blacksmith will make the tools, and our tailor will make the clothes. Now we're already managing to survive this winter with the clothes that we have at the minute, and so what I'm going to do is, how many tools do we have left? 23. I think I'm going to create ourselves a tailor, which unfortunately does not fit in that gap. Maybe something will fit in this gap here. I don't know what yet. A tavern fits. Maybe eventually a tavern will fit in there, but we'll see, because that might change. So on the other side of this storage barn here, let's see whether we can fit in. We can right here. That'll allow us to have the path through, but I think it might take out that tree. And I'm quite fond of that tree being there, so I'm going to do it on this side instead. Have the blacksmith go right there. I think that'll be quite a good location for it. And that'll help us keep some tools going for our citizens so that they can work at their maximum efficiency, because if they don't work with tools, then really they don't work at all. It doesn't go too well. We're also going to put the path in ready to create an extra house, because as soon as our food starts going up, we want to be able to create a home so that our people will be able to collect. We'll have more labourers basically, and more people to do the jobs that we require, because we're going to need a blacksmith to work here and things like that. So it's moaning that our stone reserve is low. We don't have any, so I'm going to get them to collect the stone in this area, like this. It's quite a big area. It'll keep them busy for a little while, but it means that potentially once we get a log cutter up here, they'll be able to plant more trees in the spaces where the rocks were before, and it doesn't actually affect these two buildings, so we should be okay on that front. Okay, it seems that we have actually ran out of logs completely, which is bad. We're going to need some more logs, so I'm going to ask them to clear out this whole section here, which is eventually we're going to move our town. We're going to build this way as well, so I suppose that will be useful. We'll get rid of this here as well. But it just means that our people will have enough things to do. And the hunting cabin. We need some hunters. So I'm going to take 2 there and move a builder. So we currently have 4 fishermen, 2 hunters, and 2 gatherers getting us some food. And hopefully we're going to try and make this amount of stored food increase. So we've made it through winter. We're now in very late winter. And our people have began chopping away at some logs to try and get some more resources. I'm going to move this fire limit down to 150. Just so we can keep some of the logs in stock, because we don't have any still. And we kind of need some. You can see that the amount of food we have stored is going up. We currently have 617. Most of that is fish, but we're also getting quite a bit of venison from our hunter's lodge. So that turned out to be quite a good investment. Oh, the deer are swimming. They are currently just chilling in the water. They don't care. Oh, look at this one as well. They're right there. Sure. Why not? Why not? Alright, we are trying to increase the amount of stored stone and logs we have. I didn't realise how much stone the blacksmith actually takes to complete, and so we have actually completely ran out. As soon as it's being brought here, it's being taken to the blacksmith. But once that blacksmith gets one more piece of stone, which I think is on the way here. Oh no, she's walked off. The stone stocks will go up again, so we should be good on that front. There we go. Okay, building has commenced. Slow down the speed just a little bit, just so we can see things going on, and sort of do a little bit more planning. Our food situation is going good now. We've had a number of our children go to be adult labourers, and so that's good. The labourers are currently mostly assigned to gathering resources like this, but once this is done, I want to get a it's not a wood cutter, it's a forester that's next to it, of course. This takes 32 logs and 12 stone. That will chop down trees and plant new ones. So I'm going to place that with these in here, just to see whether we can do that. But unfortunately we don't have the resources to do that just yet. Maybe eventually, once we start clearing out some more of those trees, we should be okay. I'm going to have to move some more than I thought. We'll see. We'll see. I wanted to try and keep some trees around, but looks like we're going to have some quite barren wasteland type areas. So simply because we need the resources. So I'm trying not to make the areas too big either, because I don't want to have that to worry about as well. So we'll see how things go. Our blacksmith is nearly complete. We're at 99%. And hit it with your hammer. Go on. Saw that wall a bit more. There we go. So we're going to give ourselves one blacksmith eventually. For now, I don't think we have enough logs, to be honest, to start crafting them all into tools. That'll just be bag. I think it was a mistake to build the blacksmith so early on. We don't really need it just yet, I don't think. So, fortunately, we used all the stone to build it, and I don't think we have the logs to manage it just yet. We have 138 firewood. I've changed this down to from 200 to 150. I think I'm going to have to chop more trees down, which are on the way, and then use that wood to build ourselves a woodcutter. And I think we are losing health as well, so we're going to need a herbalist at some point. Everything's going crazy. Let's try and build the woodcutter first, and then the herbalist as well. But I think that about does it for this episode. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.